invitation read, we have the honor to invite you and your precious family to a Mass to show thanks, which we will celebrate the 15th birthday of their daughter, which will take place the 28th of April at St. Thomas Catholic Church, 1323 16th Street, Huntsville, Texas, 77340 at 2 p.m. My friend Crystal handed me her invitation a couple of weeks ago. She was so excited about her quinceañera, her 15th birthday. I arrived at St. Thomas a little before 2 o'clock, early enough to go to the parish hall and see Crystal before she had to go in. I went to the parish hall, I gave Crystal a big hug and wished her well before the ceremony. Crystal was beautiful. It was hard to believe she was just turning 15. Her long, silky black hair was pulled up with several curls hanging down around her gorgeous face. The white gown she was wearing was simply eloquent with pearls and diamonds galore. Her dad and brothers and 12 other escorts were all lined up and looked absolutely handsome, dressed up in black tuxedos. Her mother was dressed in a beautiful pink gown. She looked beautiful. There wasn't much time before the ceremony, so I wished everyone well and went to find my seat in the church. As I got into the church, I found my seat and sat down. The musicians began playing and the procession began. First, the 12 escorts entered the church, 2 by 2, carrying long-stem white roses. Once they came to the front of the church, they all lined up and did an archway with the long-stemmed white roses. Crystal and her parents proceeded into the church and walked through the long-stemmed white roses. Crystal entered the church with her father on her right and her mother on her left. At the end of the aisle, Crystal kissed her mother and father on the cheeks and proceeded to the kneeler at the front of the altar. Before Mass began, Father Stephen welcomed everybody in Spanish and asked everyone to join in a prayer for special celebration of her 15th birthday. The Mass continued as usual, except it was all in Spanish. Her aunt and father read Spanish readings, while Father Stephen gave his homily in Spanish as well. Although I could not understand the Spanish language, I could tell that Father Stephen was wishing Crystal and her family well, and that he was telling her that that they had the blessings from the church and him. Then Crystal read a poem in Spanish. After the Mass was over, I ended up asking her brother Alonzo what it meant. He told me about it. It pretty much stated about her 15 years of growing up and how it has impacted her life and how much it has meant to her. And how God, for the many blessings He had bestowed on her so far, and asked him to continue to bless her each day. After Crystal's poem, the Mass continued with communion. Again, for the procession out, Crystal went out with her dad on her right and her mother on her left through the archway of the long-stem white roses. The ceremony and Mass were beautiful. It was very similar to a Catholic wedding, but uniquely different. The guests were all then invited to the Walker County Fairgrounds for a reception. Crystal and her escorts performed a choreographic, unique performance at the Walker County Fairgrounds. The Latino music and dancing was awesome. Once the performance ended, Crystal then began dancing with all the prominent men in her family: her dad, her grandfather, her godfather, and her brothers. Then after that, Crystal got to choose the boy of her choice at her age to dance with. And as soon as that, we all joined in and started dancing as well. Between the dancing and the music, we all enjoyed ourselves immensely. After that, Crystal cut her 3-tier cake, which was absolutely beautiful. What a new cultural experience I just witnessed and got to go through. I gained all this by attending Crystal's quinceañera, which was a beautiful event. Crystal's quinceañera made me appreciate the Hispanic culture a lot more than I did. It's so amazing how their customs are. It was lots of fun, and I now feel that I know Crystal and her family a lot better. Thank you.